Hi Rachel, I hope your day is going well. I wanted to show you the 16th note triplets that we're going to really get into next week, but at home I want you to start looking at page 64 and trying these 16th note triplet fills. So you already know the 8th note triplets and you know how to count them already and how to play, so those are 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And for now let's give an accent on every beat, and you're already doing that, so 1 triplet, 2 triplet, and if we kind of remove the triplet part of it, it'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 16th note triplets are obviously much faster, right? So they're twice as fast, basically. So you're gonna see 2 lines at the bottom again, right? So just like the 16th notes, regular 16th notes are your 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the. But the triplets are a little bit different. So now instead of us going 1 triplet, 2 triplet, we're gonna say 1 triplet and triplet. So notice the and also has a triplet now, right? So I'll go nice and slow through all of them. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. And obviously they're much faster, so normally you are supposed to be playing them nice and quick. 1 triplet. So with these ones here, you can also omit the triplet part again, and then you're just going to be left with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again, I'm giving a little bit of that accent, right? So when you don't, what happens is then it just sounds like very kind of flat and very even, which sometimes you might want that too, but for now we're just gonna really add that accent. And most right-handed people struggle with giving that accent on the left, so just remember about that lift. So 1 trip lift, so when I go on the last part, 1 triplet, notice how my hand raises nice and high, right? So 1 triplet and triplet, 1 triplet and triplet, and so on. So you need that nice lift in there, right? Because if you don't lift, then it's hard to give an accent like this, right? You don't have a lot of space between your stick and the snare, for example, or any of the skin of the drum, right? So you do want that lift initially. 1 triplet, right? Just like that. 1 triplet and then that and is really powerful, right? So if we're gonna break them up on all the drums, it's quite easy, like all of our toms on the snare. We got 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3 triplet and triplet, 4 triplet and triplet. Now I'm gonna do it without saying the triplet. It's quite a mouthful actually saying all of them. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like that. So start nice and slow, right? Don't rush yourself at the beginning, right? Because lots of times when people start fast right off the bat, they don't get that nice accent on the left. So you got to really work at that, right? Just at that lift. And of course that lift has to be faster when you play faster too, so right, nice and quick up, right? So I just want to show you a couple of these fills, and then you can start working on the rest of them at home. Number 1 here has those 16th note triplets, right, on the snare in the left tom. Then you go into regular 16th notes and then 8th notes on the floor tom. So this is what the first one sounds like. 1 triplet and triplet, 2 triplet and triplet, 3E and 4 and sometimes it's hard to time it. So what I want you to think about is we actually say 3E and so we say the 3 and the and there, right? 3E and so there's your 3 and. But we also say 2 and 3 and. So notice how that stays the same, right? So if I do my bass, for example, on the dance, 1 and 2 and 3E and 4 and, right? And at the very end of the 8th notes, they just meet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the metronome next week, and we're gonna put our metronome or set it to play 8th notes so that you can hear ta 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 ta, and then that way it'll be very even, right? So these fills are perfect for lots of different genres, and I think you really enjoy playing them. So number 2 sounds like this. You got, this is a really cool one actually. So you start with your 16th note triplets here, go to your 8th notes. So they're gonna be they'll have a big difference between them. These are way faster, right? So 1 triplet and triplet, 2 and 3 triplet and triplet, 4 and again I'm just gonna now say the ends. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice I count the exact same way all the way through. Just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4. And then they're very even, right? Then number 3 is this one's a little bit more challenging. So you got 16th notes and then 16th note triplets. So 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and again 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and right again. And I'll try saying just the ends for you too, so that you get to hear it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So notice I count exactly the same way again, right? But now sometimes I throw in a couple notes onto the inside of an eighth note, like 3 E and right? So 3 E is 2 notes and is 2 notes, right? So, but in a triplet it's 3 per each, right? So 1 triplet and triplet. That's 1 triplet and then another and triplet. So together it's 6, right? Then number 4 is a fun one. So here you got to remember those figure A and figure B groups. This is like 1 and remember right, left for that group, right? This is the most common sticking that you want to do. So 1 and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 and 4 E and. So you got to finish on 4 E and. And again, 1 and 2 triplet and triplet, 3 and 4 E and. Just like that. So I showed you the first 4. And yeah, try to get those 4, and then the 5 and 6 are quite easy too. And I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.